All right. Well, hello to those of you watching online at KOSI101.com. I'm Jonathan Wilde. We have our studio audience here. And with us from Days of Our Lives, Jen and James. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good to see you.
We're
Great.
so happy
I'm
to
Jen.
be here.
And that's James.
Yeah.
In case you don't know.
Yeah.
50 years right here. Can you believe this? 50 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, Jim knows better than I do.
Well, I know a lot of it, that's for sure. But I meet people that know all of it. You know, they've been watching since the beginning. And they always fill us in. They know all the details. And we have Bill and Susan Hayes who are with us as well. And they've been there even a larger chunk of that time.
Who played Doug and Julie?
Yeah, Doug and Julie.
One of the things I wanted to ask, because there's been like between 12 and 13,000 episodes, have you met anyone that has seen like almost every episode?
Oh, yes. We know. Yeah, no, it's astounding. A lot of people, and I'm sure we'll meet people tonight.
Yeah.
And they've seen every single one. We were in Phoenix a couple nights ago, and the woman was telling me that her child, who is now 50, was born the same night that this show started, and she watched then, and she's been watching every single one since.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's amazing.
It is. I forgot to introduce Shauna is our winner. She's our DOOL groupie. We're going to get some questions from you coming up. Can you believe you're sitting here between these two?
I can't. It's amazing. I've loved this show as long as I've been around, and my mom watched it probably from the 50 years.
Wow.
So
That's great.
very excited.
I was thinking back to my mom. She used to say, while we were at school, she's got to watch her stories.
Right.
But Days was kind of racy, and it really kind of had the reputation, especially during the 70s, as being groundbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
It still does.
It still does.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. She's broken.
I've
lot of
broken
things.
quite a few.
Not just ground. You've broken dishes and furniture. And
Furniture,
hearts.
heads, hearts. My parents are very proud.
Now, I know that also in the 70s, the show went from a 30-minute, half-hour show to a full hour, where it's remained that way that was probably a big step.
Yeah, I suspect so. I came along after that too, and as I've learned over the years, that shift from black and white to color was a big shift, and then from the half hour to the full hour, that was another one. And learning about all of that, and even back, Days was never live, but McDonald Carey used to tell me, and others used to tell me those stories about live TV too, and how that was for those who had worked on other soaps before. John Aniston, I think, worked on some of the live soaps.
Now, is everything taped now and has been for some time, or everything's taped? So walk us through a typical work day and even a work week. How do you prepare? How long does it take? And then what is that like?
Sometimes you get really lucky, and your call time, meaning what time you have to be at the set, is 6 a.m. and you can get off by 12:45, which is our lunch break. But sometimes you're working from 6 to 6, which can be difficult because then during lunch break, you're often blocking meaning getting how you're going to move in the different scenes for the afternoon sets. So it is really challenging. And then at night, if you're working the next day, which you generally are, thank goodness, you have to go home and memorize. So I feel like I'm in finals week all the time in college. And what happens is in real life, I don't know my words unless I have a script. When I work too much, I just don't speak well.
So can you memorize a grocery list like that? You don't even have to write it down. You just
Yeah, you get good at memorizing things, but I don't remember my state capitals or anything like that.
Yeah.
Anything pertinent, your brain is like, this is irrelevant.
So how far ahead are you guys working on the episodes?
Quite a while, quite a ways. We're into the spring.
Yep.
I won't tell you exactly what month in the spring, but we're into the spring. We've never been this far ahead, and the way we tape the show changed about 6 years. It's been slowly changing for about 12 years, but what we're doing now changed about 4 or 5 years ago. So we do about 8.5 episodes a week.
I heard 11.
Are we up to 11?
We're up to 11. Yeah.
That is
How fast it changes. Yeah, we. So now we're far ahead, and we look at the dates on the script that the script's going to be aired, And so when people ask us what's going to happen, if we say, I can't tell
We
you.
say, what have you
This is the
seen?
reason.
Like, what's kind of been airing? Because you
Yeah, you
can't,
don't
you have to remember,
Yeah.
150 episodes before if you can give a piece of information or if it's a huge spoiler. And then
People ask me, what'd you do on the show this morning? I sometimes can't remember. I can imagine for you guys, it must be.
We actually have no. I mean, I know there's something airing this week that's crucial for my character. I really didn't remember until somebody told me yesterday.
Now, do you watch every episode after it's done and finished? Do you see them all, or do you just catch them sporadically?
I don't see them all. I mean, I think we all work as hard as we can in order to see them all. But if you're working, then generally we're working during the hour when it airs. So I do my best to catch up. Eric Martzoff, who plays Brady, who plays semi my love interest / he's my baby daddy. He and I, if we get the lunch break off, then we'll be watching the show while we're eating lunch.
Right.
So we do what we can.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
see
you
in the
do too.
makeup room sometimes, and in the background. And it's a great thing about DVR. You can DVR the show, and we watch, and we're like everybody else. We fast forward through the commercials.
Right.
And you can also watch on NBC.com, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Right. Sounds good. Which family's better, the Horton or the Brady's?
Brady's.
The Brady's? I want to turn it over to Shauna because she's been itching to talk and ask lots of questions. So here you go, Shauna.
Well, thank you. You've actually asked some of the ones that I had. So. But it's okay. It's okay.
You're the second we're open. You can ask us anything.
I just wondered, every week you guys have different scenes. Like you may be on Tuesday and Thursday, and you might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do you all show up for all the different days, or do you only show up when you?
Well, sometimes we actually shoot 2 or 3 shows in a day. I think you said you have 3.
I have 3
when
Monday.
We get back on Monday. So,
But no, if we're not working that day, then we don't.
Okay.
Then I try to go to the gym or get laundry done or something.
Or try to memorize that grocery list.
Or try to memorize that grocery list. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good deal. Good. Who's the joker of the group? The whole group.
Oh,
It-
Who
God.
likes to joke?
Let's name the top
Yeah.
5?
Okay.
Brian Datillo.
Brian Datillo is probably number 1.
Probably number
and
1.
he's been doing it now for 20 years, so it's Eric, of course, Mark.
Eric Martzoff, for sure, who plays Brady.
Absolutely. And a lot of people with great sense of humor. John Aniston is the best storyteller, best joke teller.
He's the best
Yeah.
joke teller, but he rivals for storytelling with Drake Hogestyn.
Yeah, well, Drake tells you long stories.
Yeah.
That I've heard a lot. I've heard the same story many times. So.
But everyone there has a pretty good sense of
Yeah, they
humor.
do.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's a great work environment.
Good. So right now, the plots that are going on, I can tell you it's around Hope's wedding that may or may not happen.
Yes.
So what's your favorite plot
That's going on right now?
that's going on right now? That back on our time, not your time.
Right. Of course, yeah. Get me fired. No, I love the Salem Strangler. I mean, it's sad, but I'm messed up though. I love like Dexter and I love serial killers, so I'm all about that. I just hope I don't get killed, but I'm excited about that. I think it's always interesting.
Yeah, could that happen? Could all of a sudden they go, you're killed?
Yeah.
And you're done?
Yep.
You'd be like, wait, this wasn't in my contract.
And then I relearn my state capitals.
Right.
Well, I've been dead, so I've been dead. So it's I recovered from my own death.
Yes.
Which is it was a big, one of Stefano's major plots, and he killed me. He killed Francis Reed. He killed Josh Taylor. He killed Roman. All these 10 of us were killed, and then we woke up on this exotic island.
Salem backwards.
Yeah,
Right?
Salem backwards. Yeah. No, that was that was a different story.
Oh.
That was a whole different. Oh, that was Demerara backwards. That was I can't even remember the name of the city, but you just find out and kind of roll with it. And I was very lucky that I came back to life.
Yeah.
Good. Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely. Absolutely.
You've been a favorite of mine for a while.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
do you guys get to have script input about where the storyline might be going, or is that all the writers?
I don't.
Well,
I don't know if other people do. I don't.
You can influence it by what you do on the air, and you can I've been lucky enough to now and then you can talk to and say, maybe this might be nice, and so not very often. And they work so incredibly hard. You have to realize, we're doing I don't know how many shows one of us will do, but maybe a little bit more than 100. They're writing over 200 shows a year. So the last thing they need is for me to go up and say, I should be doing this, you know.
Right.
All right. So I have an odd question. I was born just a couple years before Hope, but in the story, Hope is older than me. So how is it to have younger kids all of a sudden become the teenagers?
Oh, I think that's so weird. There's a term for it. It's called SORAS, which is soap opera rapid aging syndrome. It's on Wikipedia, so you know it's official. And my character actually did not get SORAS. Jeannie Teresa Donovan was born in 1991, so I'm a rare character that hasn't. But it is weird. We just experienced, the teenagers, Sierra and Chase. A lot of them have Joey, right?
Joey,
a lot of them have suddenly become teenagers, and it is weird because I'll see them on the call sheet and I'll be like, "Oh, Lauren Bowles is working today, who played Sierra, and I love her." And then I'll be like, "Oh, it's not Lauren Bowles anymore." I think it's a little weird.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, it is. It's very strange, and my son Theo is one of the ones
Right.
that has now become older, and I miss Terrell. Terrell is just was a great sweet kid as Lauren. And I always thought that as they grow up, they would become a little bit of an item. But now that they have grown up, we'll see where that relationship goes. But I feel wonderfully fortunate with Kyler Pettis now playing that role. It's a great guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know there were some that came back this week that hadn't been there for a while, so I was excited.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I just love being here with you guys. And
Well, thank
so
you. We love being here with you. Thank
I'm
you.
glad you guys came to Denver with us.
Me too.
So, Jonathan,
Okay. One of you has to give us a look like you just got bad news. Like shocking news, like you can't believe they did that.
I don't know because I'm normally the
yeah.
perpetrator, so.
Because the looks are unbelievable. I mean, I don't know how you guys practice that, but it's every soap star has it down,
It's true.
Well, it's a different thing. It's some people used to call years ago the egg shot because you were the one, with the egg on your face at the end.
Oh.
And we had a producer a long, long time ago who told a young actress who was asking about the look, "What do you do?" And he said, "Think of nothing."
Right.
And so everybody has their own way of conveying
So it's
that.
kind of like this, like.
See, I didn't grow up.
You're not thinking of anything. I can tell
Okay,
that.
yeah. That's most of the time. That's nothing different. Well, it was really nice to meet you both. And
Thank you.
Shauna, thank you for being
thanks
here.
for having me.
And congratulations to 50 years. And here's to 50 more, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
And-
Jen will be there. I probably won't. Be there
Oh,
for here on that
please.
trip.
And here for tonight, anyone who's listening, we're going to be at the Tattered Cover at
6:30
p.m. in Aspen
tonight
Grove.
In Aspen Grove.
Yep.
Exactly. Very
Well, let's
good.
all do it. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. There we go. Thanks for watching. Kosi101.com.